Hello, hello, hello to all of my Tauruses and Libras. Venus is in retrograde, and that is why I am doing a joint reading for you all to help you to hold on to hope that things are actually going to manifest, actually sooner than later. They may be a little slow right now in manifesting some of the things, some of the readings that you've heard from not only myself, but other tarot readers. But I also want to encourage you and offer you hope because Venus being in retrograde actually affects the Taurus and the Libra the most. And so Venus is going to be in retrograde until the 24th. So just hold on a little while longer. Some things have probably already manifested itself for you. For my Libras and Tauruses. But for those who are just kind of holding out some more hope, I just want to offer you some more, encouragement. So when Venus is in retrograde, we know that money and love are areas that are reviewed. Also, old relationships could return to resume. Your ex could try to come back to resume some things. Or the relationship could just fade to black. It could just be complete, be just done. So a lot of things are happening during Venus and being in retrograde. New love relationships could enter the picture, for you. But again, you could have like a change of heart. There's a lot of things that's attached to love and money. Okay, so I want to be very specific about love in general so that specifically my Taurus and Libras will understand what I mean. We're not just talking about a romantic love. I'm also talking about family love and self-love, right? Many people are in this transition state. And I love the amethyst because this represents transformation. It represents protection. It represents addiction release. And it's also a sleep aid. So I know in some of the earlier readings, I think a few weeks back, a lot of people got that the card, the devil card, which is attached to addictions, right? And so an amethyst is really, really good at helping you with that, releasing those addictions, not just your own personal addictions, but what I was getting for a lot of people a couple of weeks ago was that their ex was fixated and addicted to them, right? And so a lot of people have started getting amethyst for that addiction release. And also this love quartz, this helps with forgiving yourself, with being more gentle and kind with yourself, with having more compassion with yourself. Not only forgiving yourself, but also forgiving other people that may have hurt you. And so what I think it's important to understand when planets go in retrograde is that your planet in particular, since we're talking about Venus, is not moving backwards. It's actually still moving forward, but it's just moving forward at a slower pace. The example that I gave some of the other astrological signs as it relates to their planet being in retrograde was an example of a train. Two trains going forward, moving in the same direction, but one train moving slower, and it gives the illusion that the train is actually moving backwards when both trains are actually moving forward. One is just going to reach their destination sooner than the other one. And so I liken that to retrograde, is that it's going to happen. It's just happening at a slower pace. So how you can tie that in to Venus being in retrograde is that the universe is actually giving you some more time to focus on. Everything is a matter of perspective, but the universe is giving you some more time to really think about and process areas of love and money, and not to make any hasty decisions, around that time. And so I want to offer you a special reading. Again, this is for my Libras and Tauruses. This is for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For my Libras and Taurus, since Venus is in retrograde, at least for a few more weeks. So I want to offer you guys some more hope. What's important during the time where planets are in retrograde? When you could see everybody else around you, things happening for them at a quicker pace, or their train has reached the the station or the destination at a quicker pace than yours at, is just to keep hope, maintain focus, keep your vibrations very, very high. I like to say the love frequency. And don't allow anybody to come in and taint that, for you by planting seeds of doubt in your mind. Let's go into your reading. Okay, so you saw me shuffle the cards. Again, I'm actually using the Mystic Monday cards. I want to show you. These are the cards that I'm using for your reading. But I want to offer you a special reading. I want you to keep the hope. Keep the faith that things are going to happen exactly the way that you've been hearing that they're going to happen. This year, first of all, before I even get into that, I want to talk about like some of the attributes for my Tauruses in Libras, because there's some I know a lot of Tauruses, I know a lot of Libras, I just know a lot of people. And I know at this stage what the high vibrating ones and the low vibrating ones look like. So it's important for me to share that with my readings, with the high vibrating and low vibrating astrological signs look like, because you'll know that that person that you're friends with or having some kind of relationship with, whether it's a family relationship, a romantic relationship, or even yourself having a relationship with yourself, you'll know what high vibrating looks like. Okay. And to get to that, your best self. So for my Tauruses, you guys are very logical. You're very, very patient. You're very organized, kind, understanding. You're determined, generous, and very trustworthy. For my Libras, you are very romantic. You're very charming. You're great listeners. You're very fair. You're idealist, and you're very understanding. And so those are the character traits for high vibrating Tauruses and Libras. And again, since Venus is in retrograde right now, that's who it affects the most. So if you have Taurus or Libra anywhere in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, I'm talking to you. Again, this is Queen Amun Ra. Thank you so much for joining me for this special retrograde reading for my Tauruses and for my Libras. This is for you. Thank you for joining me. And for my cross watchers, if you're here, welcome. All right. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my Libras and my Tauruses during this retrograde, during Venus being in retrograde, to offer them some hope that things are, if they have not already gotten better, that they are getting better very, very soon. We're coming to the end of Venus being in retrograde. By the way, for my Tauruses, Uranus is in Taurus right now. So, and that's gonna go on until the year 2026. I don't have an exact date, but it's gonna go on for 7 years. It started in 2019. But for that's a focus on your inner freedom. So a lot of people are taking another path spiritually. Their intellect and their power are being strengthened during this time. Okay, so let's talk. But I want to get back into retrograde, because planets in retrograde are moving at a slower pace, and therefore a lot of people think that things that they were promised are not happening for them, or not going to happen for them. So let's get into your reading. Now you guys saw me sit here and shuffle these cards. Okay, so they were not pre-shuffled. You saw me shuffle these cards. Look at this. This first major arcana that pops out is the Fool and Upright, which is the Aquarius. Okay, this represents new beginning, fresh starts. Look at the pure white flower right there. That's purity. This is a pure, fresh start for you. So you're at the beginning of something wonderful happening in your life. When I look down at these other cards, what I see is things that were challenging for you before are no longer going to be or going to seem insurmountable. See how relaxed this person looks in this card? They're relaxed, their hair is down. They don't even really seem too stressed, but these represent challenges. These wands up here represents the challenges. They're not even stressed about the challenges. Okay, been there, done that. I have something to just jump right over these hurdles, right? Okay. Excuse me. This King of Cups here. I want to get close into there. You have mastered your emotions. You have mastered your emotions. You are focused on bettering humanity. Look, you have all these mountains and everything behind you. Like I said, been there, done that. This is a brand new beginning for you. And this is, again, for my Libras and my Tauruses, since Venus is in retrograde right now. And the primary focus is on love and money. So you're restructuring a lot of things. If you haven't already done it, you've been doing it, right? And so this represents equilibrium, mindfulness, pushing mankind forward. Okay, how do you do that? You master your emotions, and you're the king of emotions. Again, this is masculine, feminine energy, to a point where nothing can rattle you, or it's going to take a whole lot to rattle you. Like I said, you don't even seem stressed in this picture here. This is you, masculine, feminine energy, masculine, feminine energy. You don't even seem stressed, because once before, these may have seemed insurmountable to you, but not anymore. You have your pole. You can just jump right over it, no problem. Okay? You know why? Because of this illumination inside of you. You stepped into another realm. You've gone deeper. This is my Libra and my Taurus. You both have gone deeper. And so you're illuminating from the inside out. People can tell there's a change happening in you. They may not be able to pinpoint what that change is, but you know what it is. You know what it is. Look at this. Your cup is filled with compassion. You have the entire universe behind you. Like I said, I know a lot of both Tauruses and Libras. And I like both. I actually like all the signs, but since we're talking about Taurus and Libra, those character traits that I shared with you earlier are spot on when it comes to both signs, because when you get when you get in the company of a high vibrating Taurus and Libra, it's wonderful. They both have so much to offer in any relationship they're in. That's a romantic relationship, a family relationship, and just a relationship with themselves, just constantly trying to better themselves, right? But your cup is filled with compassion, okay? Here you are, hermit mode. Oh, and this is another major arcana. Now, this hermit card is attached to the Virgo, which is Mercury. Okay, so Mercury goes retrograde tomorrow. Okay, I'm laughing because you, Taurus and Libra, are in this space where you can believe where you are right now. It's not disbelief. You can believe where you are right now, but it's been like you've been thinking about making some changes, right? And you're just looking at yourself in the mirror like, I know there's a light inside of me shining from the inside out. But when other people look at me, like I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I'm naked, I'm vulnerable, I see it. And I see it clearly. See, they're looking at a clean, clear mirror. They see it clearly. Other people may not see it. They just know that there's something about you that's changed. You know? That's a wonderful thing. To know that you've invested in yourself. You put all this work in to make yourself better. Not just for you. Because remember, I'm saying, like here, humanity, you made yourself better for humanity, right? Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Most High God in the universe, give me some more information. Whatever information you want to share with me that I can share with the Taurus and Libra during this time of their planet being in retrograde right now. So any information that you want to share with me. I'm telling you, a lot of people are coming out of this COVID-19. I know some of the states in the United States are already in phase 3 where they're allowing like opening up beaches and restaurants and things like that. I think there's still some social distancing, if I recall correctly. But I'm telling you, a lot of you are not going to even be recognized. Some people are going to think, okay, did this person have some work done? Like they just have this glow about them. What's going on? So, but let's see. Yep. Okay. All right. Listen, because you've done the work, look at this right here. This is the 5 of Swords. Okay. You are in self-preservation mode. Okay. You are in survival mode. This is about self-interest. Okay. You are in a mode of protecting this new energy space, this new depth that you've reached. Spiritually, you're in a mode of protecting that for people who want to drag you back to who they think you should be, if that makes any sense to you. And look at this. Because you're not going back, look at your sword. You're not playing around. Because you're not going back, you have infinite wisdom, infinite money. This Pentacle card represents your journey to money and wealth, but you have infinite possibilities, infinite money, infinite everything in your life, infinite all that's good, money and wealth, okay, in your life. This is just an infinite flow. What this is telling me is, for my Libra and Taurus, what this is telling me is that despite any kind of distractions going on around you, you stay in your zen. You stay in your place of peace. Like no matter what happens. Look at these palm trees representing strength behind you. You're strong. You have a lot to offer people. And so you stay in this space of calm, cool, collected, like woosah. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. This is you remaining in that space like nothing is going to rattle you. You're too strong. You've been through too much already. And look at all the connections and look at your life is just full circle. This is a result of you going deeper. A result of you not only going deeper, but you knowing your higher purpose, which is to move mankind forward. So you have mastered controlling your emotions, even in the face of challenges. You're like, they're not insurmountable. Been there, done that before. I have a new beginning. Look at this. These major arcanas. I already had a talk with myself. I already know that I'm illuminating from the inside out. Even though you may not recognize me, I do. This is a new beginning, a fresh start for me. That's why you're so happy. That's why you're so happy, Taurus and Libra. Like, you just, amazing. And look, this is perspective. You're keeping your perspective with your glass half full instead of half empty at all times. That's what this is for. Your self-interest, survival mode. You're not even going to allow anybody to come into your space and turn your glass around to half empty. You're not even in pessimist mode. You're in like eternal optimist mode. Optimistic. You're just you're an optimist, but you stay optimistic about everything, okay? Despite what comes your way. Perfect synergy. Again, your money. Everything in your life is in balance, equal balance. But this is focused on your money and your wealth. You, your money, and your wealth. This is exciting. I mean, this is really, really, really exciting because I don't think that people are going to be ready. I kept getting this specifically for Taurus, but it's also for Libra that I just don't think people are going to be ready for the level, the depth of spirituality that you're on, and that they cannot rattle you. And it's going to show in every area of your life. So you thought that you had money before, you thought you had access to wealth before. It's going to be like exponential wealth. It's just going to triple, double, quadruple. So that is what I have for you. I am so happy. Every time I pull certain cards, I see money, 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 money. But I see money and a spiritual journey for you all. But it's because you've taken the time to do the work. That is what's paying off. And like I said, a lot of people are just not going to recognize the new you, but it's really not a new you. It's a new and improved you because of the spirituality piece. Again, this has been Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a special reading for my Taurus and Libra, because we have Venus in retrograde. It's going to be in retrograde for a few more days. But again, when planets are in retrograde, I just want to reiterate this. It does not mean that the planet is moving backwards or that your blessing is moving backwards or being retracted. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that it's moving at a slower pace. It's going to get to you, but you can use that extra time to continue to vibrate at a higher frequency, and that frequency being love, loving yourself, putting that love out there in the universe, not being tripped up by distractions, that could come your way. But specifically when Venus is in retrograde, and I want to reiterate this, you are focused on areas of love and money. You may have old loves that try to come back into your life to either rekindle that flame. And again, when I say old loves, that could mean family, just loved ones, romantic, it could mean family, or it could be a part of yourself that you loved. That you weren't ready to change. Those relationships could either be resumed, or they can just flat out just be completed and just be done with. Some new loves may be trying to come into your life, at this period. And you may feel like a little wishy-washy about it. Like, I'm not sure right now. I don't know why I feel the way that I do. I just need to take some time for myself, justifiably so, because Venus is in retrograde. So take the time for yourself. Continue on the journey that you've been on, Taurus and Libra, and just know that everything is working out for your higher good. Okay, this has been Queen Amun Ra, again sharing a special retrograde reading for the signs most affected by Venus being in retrograde, which right now is Taurus and Libra. So thank you so much. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Bye.